So, now that you are in sixth form, what can you be doing to prepare for the rigor of the admissions process? Firstly, supercurricular learning or just reading around your subject. This is quite a simple one. If you don't know your stuff, then the tutors will know. You are never smarter than the tutors, and they can smell a lie from a mile off.
My biggest piece of advice for a personal statement is make sure it comes across as your journey with your subject, because after all, it is meant to be personal.
Mine was in October, but lots of people I knew were starting to prepare for the exam from around May in year 12, which I think is definitely very sensible. Over the summer holiday and the start of year 13, I worked through all of the past papers they had available on their website twice, and then also used other similar papers set by other universities and by the UK Maths Trust. It maybe feels a bit unnecessary to do so much preparation, but I was really glad I did because it also helped me a lot later, not just in the exam, but also in interviews.
Through many mock interviews and by badgering many staff members over weeks, I practiced the technique of thinking out loud, which is the vital skill one requires for an Oxbridge interview. The tutors are there to see how you think and to see how teachable you are, so narrating your entire thought process must become second nature.
There should be zero, and I mean zero, dead wood in your personal statement. Think of it like a movie. Every single sentence should be progressing the story. In this case, your story, and trying to get the message across that you are the ideal candidate for their university.
One thing I would suggest to everyone is to find mock interview videos or questions online and answer them to yourself out loud in the mirror, as this really helped me.
A real requirement for Oxbridge success is A stars across the board for your predicted grades at A level. Trust me, the tutors will be looking out for this, and your application will definitely hinge on the strength of your progress tests.
Not one person I know with an interview came out thinking they aced it, but putting 100% into it is the best thing that you can do.
From writing my personal statement to mock interviews, I have had so much support from many sources. My old Eltania mentors helped me along every step of the way, with frequent mock interviews adapted to the style of Oxford tutorials. I am not only extremely grateful to my mentors, but I also encourage you to find such knowledgeable mentors, take their advice and learn from them. I am certain they will also agree to constant pestering in the case of mock interviews.
For interviews, you had to be able to talk through your thinking. Lots of the advice from the university talks about how important it is at interview to not just get to the solution, but to be able to talk through each stage of your thinking and explain why you want to try a particular approach to a question. That's often not something you have to practice much with maths in school, so it's absolutely worth starting and looking at interview questions early and trying to talk through your solutions out loud.
Applying to Oxbridge can be a really stressful and demanding process, just like how your A-levels are. However, if you truly are interested in your subject, then you won't even notice how demanding applying is.
This may seem obvious, but your teachers are the single greatest resource you have at your disposal. I must have personally pestered the chemistry teachers over 100 times with random questions that were related to chemistry. They are more than happy to answer your questions and help you progress.
I want to emphasize to anyone wanting to apply to Oxbridge, choose what you love. Whatever you choose is going to take over you for the next 3 years, so choose what you love.
In choosing to apply to Oxford or Cambridge, you should choose a subject that you are really interested in, and not one that you are just ambivalent on. Oxbridge tutors are some of the best in the world, and do not want to be teaching people who are not genuinely interested in their subject.
It's definitely a lot of work, but I did really enjoy it. It's also helped me to get more excited for studying maths next year, and even if I hadn't gotten an offer, I still would have found it a worthwhile process. Thank you for listening and good luck with your applications.